chemical substance should always be equal to equivalence of any other chemical substance. That simple concept will do hundreds of problems are possible without any deviation. There are some problems, one or two problems that do be of IIT advanced level, where sometimes we should be careful in concept of equivalence. Otherwise, it is quite smooth, systematic way. For example, question number 1. Before going to concept of equivalence, let me revise something in terms of formulas and expressions. Whenever you want to talk about equivalence, only 3-4 expressions are sufficient to do any type of problems, even up to IIT level. What is that? Number 1, equivalence is equal to weight by equivalent weight. First idea is this one. Second one, equivalence is equal to number of moles into valency factor. Number 3, equivalence is equal to normality into volume in ml by 1000. Number 3, sir, normality is equal to molarity into valency factor. If you know this much, you can do all the problems of today and tomorrow, all discussions, whatever we are able to do, right? Come on, let us come to question number 1. Question number 1. 1 mole of KMnO4 gains 5 moles of electrons. Find possible product. This is a very beautiful question with respect to conceptual learning, right? 1 mole of KMnO4 gains 5 moles of electrons, determine the possible product. Okay, I'll do like this. First of all, KMnO4, he says 1 mole, no problem, gain of 5 moles of electrons. No problem. Come on, what is the oxidation state of manganese? Sir, +7. If you are gaining electron, the plus charge will cancel out, minus, minus, minus like this. Then what happens? Ultimately, if you are having gain of 5 electrons, this becomes Mn2+. Next, B. 5 moles of K2Cr2O7 gains 30 moles of electrons. Very simple, sir. K2Cr2O7, K2Cr2O7 gains 30 moles of electron. Keep quiet. Don't go, sir, 10, 5 and 30. No. I want 1 mole. So 5 moles is equal to 30 moles. 1 mole is equal to, simply like right in that way, gain of dash. How many moles? 6 moles. Only 6 moles. Be careful here. When we are doing this discussion, what is the oxidation state of chromium? Chromium is having oxidation state of +6. Sir, there are 2 chromiums. Okay. 2 chromium atoms are gaining 6 moles of electrons. I want 1 chromium atom because +6 is for 1 chromium. 2 chromium atom gain 6 moles of electron. 1 chromium atom should gain 3 moles of electron. Therefore, the new fellow which is going to form is dash. Next. 1 mole of ammonia loses 8 moles of electrons. No problem. 1 mole of ammonia. Always try to make it 1 mole. It is better to understand and do the problems without -1. Minus mark will not be possible. He is saying that loses. Okay, loses. Loss of how many electrons? 8 moles. I don't want to simplify because it is a 1 mole. Nice. Now what happens? He is talking about new oxide. If oxidation number of nitrogen only changes, that means there is no chance of hydrogen anyhow. There is no need of saying this sentence because hydrogen will not have a tendency to change the oxidation state. Sometimes it is also possible that you may have hydrogen gas. If you have hydrogen gas, oxidation state of course changes. It is +1 to 0. He is insisting of this statement that no, there is no change in oxidation state of hydrogen. So nitrogen, what is nitrogen? -3. Now loss of electron. How to proceed? Proceed like this. Come on. Here -3. We have -2. We have -1. We have 0, +1, +2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, like this, one by one, one by one, one by one, right? So whenever you're having minus, minus 3 to minus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where I'm going to plus 5 oxidation state. This is minus 3, this is minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5. So what is new oxidation state? An oxidation state of new nitrogen, which is formed here in this case, should be dash plus 5. All right, next. D. 10 moles of Ki, sorry, 1 mole of H2S loses 6 moles of electrons. Find new oxidation state. Come on, go ahead. Question number D. First, try to write down all this ABC, then go ahead for D. Come on, hurry up. Go ahead. Very good, very good. Rafe is saying plus 4. Come on, Rafe, go ahead, go ahead. E, F, G. Come on, all of you go ahead. Those who are able to do, please go ahead. It's over. ABC is enough for understanding the concept. If you do, you become perfect. If I do, no use of that. Anybody else? Anybody else? Very good, very good. Go ahead, go ahead. Nice, nice. Please don't write Syed Rehan Ali. Don't write 4. Okay, write down plus 4. 4 is valency, plus 4 is oxidation state. Okay, make a habit of writing sign also. Nice. E plus 5. Okay, very good. Go ahead. Rafe is different, Khizr is different. What is that? Two students, one answer, 65, 66. Are you two people or only one? So two people are you writing separately notes, beta? Rafe and Khizr, please write down separately. You should have your own lunch box. And do separately, do separately. It's better write down 2 separate names and enjoy everyone individually. It's better. Because you have 65, 66, write down 65 answer and 66. Try individually, because it will be good. Shall I proceed to second question? Is it over? Very good, very good. Nice. Go on. That is the first basic idea of enjoying stoichiometry 3. Now, question number 2 and 3 are very important, and here we are learning a new thing, very totally new. Let us say a Friday gift from my side. He's asking find N factor of KMnO4 in acid, base and neutral medium. Once you read the question, what I said, whenever you are in my class, don't solve the questions, learn from the questions, learn from the questions. When you are reading the question also, you should learn something. What this question means to say that N factor is not a constant quantity. N factor also depends upon acid, basic, neutral, medium. Yes, go back to the beginning of the classes where we have discussed about N factor. There we have said one statement that, sir, equivalent valency factor is different for different valencies, different type of reactions. Two examples I have given: ferrous 56/2, ferric 56/3. Right, sulfuric acid 98/2, sulfuric acid 98/1. At that time I said one sentence that equivalent weight is not a unique quantity. If you are changing the valency, equivalent weight changes. If you are changing the type of reaction, equivalent weight changes. Similarly, N factor, valency, N factor, both are same. So they are going to be dependent upon number one, valency, number two, type of reaction. Today we are learning third from this question number two, that N factor also depends upon nature of medium, right? But it is not applicable for all substances. Certain substances are having property that they will enjoy behavior in different media. One of such beautiful example is KMnO4. KMnO4, question number two. Remember, KMnO4 is very well known, very strong oxidizing agent, right? Now, the property of an advantage of KMnO4 is KMnO4 will function as an oxidizing agent in all the three media: acidic medium, basic medium, and also neutral medium. So our job is to something here memorize. What is that to memorize? See here. Suppose, for example, we are doing the job. I'm using KMnO4 as an oxidizing agent in, say, for example, acid medium. So I'll write like this. What I have to remember here in this case, this is acid medium. What I had to remember, what it happens. Here we have oxidation state of manganese +7. We know it very well. In acid medium, remember, manganese changes from +7 state to +2 state. If it is sulfuric acid, MnSO4. If it is HCl, MnCl2. If it is nitric acid, MnNO3 taken twice. So valency factor is 2. Sorry, oxidation state is +2. So what is N factor? N factor of KMnO4 in acid medium is change in oxidation state. What is the change in oxidation state? 5 units. Remember that. In acid medium, the oxidation state is changing to +2 from +7. Therefore, remember that N factor for KMnO4 in acid medium is supposed to be 5. That 5 you have to remember. Sometimes people say, sir, I don't want to understand what is going on here. Mn +7 +2. I remember 5. Finished. I remember 5. Okay, come on. Suppose, for example, if you are having basic medium, people write OH minus. They don't write basic medium, they write OH minus. It means it is basic medium. If you are having basic medium, remember, manganese KMnO4 changes to K2MnO4. KMnO4 is potassium permanganate. K2MnO4 is potassium manganate. Here the oxidation state of manganese is +6. Therefore, change in oxidation state is dash. That means in case of a basic medium, the N factor of KMnO4 is supposed to be 1. Achha. If N factor is like this, let us take one more beautiful discussion. Sir, I want to know what is equivalent weight of KMnO4. Okay, let us write down here that one. Equivalent weight. What I should write now here? It is 158/5. In acid medium, equivalent weight of KMnO4 is 158/5. In basic medium, 158/1. Okay, now come to neutral medium. Suppose, for example, if I'm having neutral medium, in case of neutral medium, they will write like this. On the arrow mark, they'll write water. This is called as neutral medium. If you are having neutral medium, then it is observed that potassium permanganate changes to MnO2. What is the meaning of MnO2? Plus 4. What is the meaning of plus 4? Change in oxidation state is 3 units. Remember, therefore, equivalent weight of KMnO4 in basic medium, in neutral medium is 158 by 3. Therefore, people say that in case of KMnO4, whenever we are trying to understand, right? Some students say, I want to understand. Some students say, no, I want to by heart it. No problem, right? It is your enjoyment, how you are going. Asian Business News, channel number 5, 1, and 3. Now, there is a question asked in previous IIT examination. What is equivalent weight of KMnO4 in acid medium? You will be very happy. What is the equivalent weight of KMnO4 in basic medium? You're also happy. But that fellow classified like this. What is that? He suggested that we are having strong basic medium. Whenever he say strong basic medium, then prefer this one. This is called strong basic medium. Sometimes he says something like this, neutral. This neutral is also named as weak alkaline, right? And that fellow in IIT examination has used the word, this word has been used, feebly alkaline. Feebly alkaline. It means it is weak alkaline medium. Go ahead. Please write down all of this. Ghafoor, tell me which point you have not understood, then I'll explain. Seconds. What is the problem with a second? Check the change in oxidation state and go ahead. When you understood first, then it's over. What we have understood in first, change in oxidation state, molecular weight by change in oxidation state, 7 to 2. What is the problem? Chali. Go ahead, go ahead. I am not saying that Ghafoor and Abrar, you people are deviating from the discussion. See here, I am saying KMnO4 changes to Mn2 plus. How you are getting? Please come to my lab. I'll show you how I am getting. Right? How I am getting? It is a practical question. Beta, please come to my lab, research lab, and then I'll show you how it is possible. And we are not discussing how it is coming. We are discussing KMnO4 changes to Mn2 plus. You should say, yes, sir, I understood. Now what you have to learn? It is going from plus 7 to plus 2, difference is 5. That is your job. How it is coming Mn2 plus? It is not your job. Once you complete your MTech, please come.
हेलो
सर
Salas gone.
JL40 इरफान कौन है?
हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम भाई सर नहीं क्लास में
Diorama ko.
Is it now audible? Audibility is clear now. Right. There is some problem with net here. I don't know, for the first time it is happening. Okay, no problem. Go ahead. In case of KMNO4, depending upon the medium, acid medium, basic medium, and neutral medium, we have to remember what is formed. How it is formed, this is not the question here. How you are getting this one, how you are getting, this is not the question. I said in acid medium, Mn2 plus is formed. That we have to remember, okay? And next, in basic medium, we have formation of keto. This you have to memorize, right? Once you grow up, when you become research scholar, then we do practicals and then we say, okay, yes, we are having formation. Now at present, what happens, sir? In acid medium, Mn plus 2 is formed, full stop. What is formed is to be remembered. How it is formed is not a question, right? Now, MnO4 goes to 6, MnO4 goes to 4. Therefore, depending upon the nature of medium, KMnO4 can have 3 possible N factors, right? Now, shall I go to next one? Come on. Shall I proceed to next question? Is it over? Have you written? Fine, very good. Now, as we are saying, KMnO4, potassium permanganate, is a very good oxidizing and very strong oxidizing agent. At the same time, all the students are able to listen me properly? Okay, wait a minute. Listen to me. Wait. Just okay, I got it. Wait a minute. There is one a nice boy available in our classroom by name Ahmed Mumtaz. He has written something on the chat box. Please, today is Friday. All of you, instead of saying yes, sir, write down Jazakallah Khair Ahmed Mumtaz. Write down Jazakallah Khair Ahmed Mumtaz. Go ahead. He has written very nice sentences. Therefore, let us appreciate him. Jazakallah Khair Ahmadul. That boy is something known as Ahmed Mumtaz. Thank you, beta. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you, beta. Now, K2CR207. Jazakallah Khair. Thank you, beta. Thank you, very good. God bless you. God bless you and your family members. This is the respect of teachers in our society. Therefore, I am very sorry to say, I have said this sentence number of times. I feel better in non-Muslims to teach. Okay, no problem. Thank you, beta. Come on. There was a question, someone is asking feeble. The word feeble means weak. Thank you, beta. Thank you, Jazakallah Khair. Let us come to our discussion. Okay. Now come to question number 3 K2Cr2O7. Remember, K2Cr2O7 is also very good and very strong. People say very, very strong oxidizing agent, but there is a problem with this K2Cr2O7. It's only function in acid medium. No basic, no neutral, right? Simple, only in that case. So come on, let us say how to proceed. In K2Cr2O7, this undergoes change. Now here you have to remember this. Cr3 plus, right? Actually what happens here, there is a formation of Cr2. This you have done in balancing of chemical equation. This is formed and oxidation state is here 3 plus. So we are having plus 6 oxidation state, it goes to plus 3. Okay, plus 6 to plus 3, plus 6 to plus 3, gain of electron. Gain of electron means reduction process. Reduction process means it is undergoing reduction, but it is oxidizing agent, and it is well-known oxidizing agent, but it functions only in acid medium. N factor is 6 minus 3. 3, no sir, here we have 2 chromium atoms, therefore into 2. Therefore, people say, let us try to memorize K2Cr2O7, 6. Some people say, remember, some students will have this type of habit. K2Cr2O7, come on, forget about anything, 6. Why? No other medium, basic and neutral. In KMnO4, be careful, be careful. Acid medium 5, basic medium, strong basic medium 1, neutral and weak alkaline medium, it is given as 3. Nice. Question number 3. Let us please complete. I want some space for question number 3. Complete this question number 2. N factor of K2Cr2O7. Complete this, we'll proceed. I was discussing about valency factor of K2Cr2O7. It is going from plus 6 to plus 3. Plus 6 to plus 3. Change in oxidation state is 3 units. And we are having in 2. That is called 6. Fine. G. Okay, okay. I'll show you, no problem. What is the oxidation state you got in H2S4O6? First check it up, and then 6 moles will give 84. Make it as 1 mole is equal to how much? Are you able to understand? First, check the oxidation state of sulfur. For example, oxygen is minus 2 into 6, minus 12. And here in this case, we are having plus 2, plus 10, plus 10 by 4, 2.5. Here it is 2.5. Now 6 moles. 6 moles of electron, 84 moles. 1 mole of electron, how much? Okay, now next question, question number 3. in question number 3, find N factor of Na2S2O3, sodium thiosulfate, that is called hypo, right? Now, remember this very specially. Sometimes what happens, we are not able to estimate the concentration of any given substance by direct method. Then we'll go indirectly like this. Listen carefully. Suppose, for example, I want to estimate some substance known as AB. And I am unable to use a normal method, as I am using a reaction with acid, reaction with base, reaction with oxidizing agent or reducing agent. Then what I do, I'll take the substance and I'll react this substance along with potassium iodide. Once you're having this, there is a formation of some substance. Iodine is released. Iodine here in this case is -1. Here it is 0. -1 to 0, we have loss of electron. The process is known as oxidation. It means potassium iodide is reducing agent, and therefore this fellow must be oxidizing agent. Now the question is, suppose if you are unable to estimate any oxidizing agent in direct method, then we have to go for indirect method here. If you are not able to find out by direct method, then I can go, okay, let us indirectly. What is the indirect method? First add Ki, then released iodine is made to react with a solution called hypo, sodium thiosulfate, Na2S2O3, sodium thiosulfate. That is called hypo solution. Okay. Now what happens? Na2S2O3 reacts with iodine so as to form Na2S4O6 plus sodium iodide. Balanced. Now check the oxidation state. The oxidation state is supposed to be here in this case plus 2.5 plus 2, and this is plus 2.5. Therefore, change in oxidation state, N factor, remember this, valency factor of hypo in this reaction is plus 2 to plus 2.5, 0.5 into 2. That is, valency factor is 1. Remember this one. And this whole method is known as iodometric titration. Iodometric titration. Iodometric titrations are those titrations in which any oxidizing agent is estimated by indirect method using potassium iodide. Released iodine is estimated using iodine, right? Now, what is valency factor of hypo? 1. No. What is valency factor of iodine? This is what? 0. This is what? -1. 0 to -1. 1, right? Into 2. Therefore, valency factor of iodine is supposed to be 2 here in this case. Both of this you have to remember. And how to proceed for solve the problem? Equivalence of hypo is equal to, it is made to react with iodine, equivalence of iodine. It is coming from potassium iodide, equivalence of potassium iodide. This is reacted with A, therefore equivalence of AB. Now, I am not in need of this one, right? And I have not having this one. Equivalence of hypo is equal to equivalence of AB. This type of problem we have to say. Ahmad Hussain, Mumtaz Hussain, please don't disturb me. You have scolded me, right? There is a name Ahmad Mumtaz Hussain and you have scolded me very bad language. So I don't want to say anything back to him. So I said, Jazakallah khair to you by all the students. So enjoy. Today you are having enjoyment day because you have scolded the teacher and you were rewarded by Jazakallah khair. So in case of iodometric titrations, we go by this method. Equivalence of hypo is equal to equivalence of AB. Come on, please write down. All the students come back to subject. Forget about all the remaining things. It's over. You have done a very good favor to me by saying Jazakallah khair to that boy who scolded. No problem. Go ahead, go ahead. Please write down. Please write down. Forget about it. Forget about it. आसमान पे थूकने से कुछ नहीं होता, कुछ नहीं होता. आप कमजोर हैं, आपको नहीं मालूम किससे बात कर रहे हैं और किससे मुखातिब हैं. कोई बात नहीं, नो प्रॉब्लम. Boys, it's over. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Very good. Now come to the last question of today's class. Shall I remove? Is it over? Shall I remove? No problem, no problem, beta, no problem. Just see the chat box and scroll up back. You will see your name and you will see what are the comments you have done. Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Don't say anything, please. Go to the chat box and see. Shall I proceed, beta? It's over. It's 4 o'clock already. We have so much wastage of time. Done. Very good. Come on, go ahead. Question number 4. Question number 4. We are having the A bit. Now see the method, how to approach this one. KMnO4. Find number of moles of KMnO4 in acid medium. They'll write like this, acid medium. All right. Required for oxidation of 0.25 moles of H2C2O4. Then what I should do? Equivalence of KMnO4 is equal to equivalence of, what is that? H2C2O4. H2C2O4. Now acid medium. Okay, sir. Once I know the acid medium, I have to remember valency factor is 5. Now H2C2O4 also. Now you start. How to start memorizing? Sir, please let us go like this. H2C2O4. Thank you, beta. Thank you. Please concentrate on the subject. Forget about it. If you're not like that, forget about it. And just scroll that and see and enjoy that. That's all. That's all. Please come back to the point. H2C2O4 gives you carbon dioxide. All of you remember oxalate ion. It is oxalic acid, oxalate ion. And you have to memorize that here in this case, we have oxidation state +3. Here we have oxidation state +4. Change in oxidation state is 1, but we have 2 carbons. Therefore, valency factor of oxalic acid is 2. ये आपको याद रखना है. जब भी जहां भी आप देखें C2O4, directly you say valency factor is 2, because luckily oxalic acid is having valency factor 2 as an acid as well as an oxidizing agent. This is a very good chance to enjoy the game. Come on. He is talking in terms of number of moles. What we have written here, there is some formula I've written. Equivalence is equal to number of moles into valency factor. Number of moles, 5. My job is to find out valency factor 5. Number of moles of oxalic acid, 0.25. Valency factor, it is equal to dash. That will stop here. Remaining discussion tomorrow. I'll respect everybody, but I'll respect everybody. All right. Go ahead. Ahmed Mumtaz, please go ahead. That will stop here. The remaining discussion, if possible, we'll do in the next class. If possible, it will be all right. No problem. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Is it over? Allah.